Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. हाँ जी, with the AC on, please. यार गर्मी ने माथे बजी होंगी, ला दियो AC तो सही. हीटिंग ना ला दियो बस. मैंने AC दिया हीटर ऑन हो जाओ. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन वल आक़िबतु लिल मुत्तक़ीन वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला अशरफिल अंबिया'i वल मुरसलीन व अला मुहम्मदिन व अला आलिहि व अस्हाबिहि अजमईन इला यौमिद्दीन. अम्मा बाद, क़ाल अल्लाहु तबारक व तआला फिल क़ुरआनिल मजीद वल फ़ुरक़ानिल हमीद. अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम. बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम. फ़स्सल्लि लिरब्बिका वन्हर. सदक़ल्लाहु मौलाना अज़ीम. अम्मा बाद, क़ाल अल्लाहु तबारक व तआला फिल क़ुरआनिल मजीद वल फ़ुरक़ानिल हमीद फिशानी हबीबिही इन्नल्लाह व मलाइकतहु युसल्लूना अलन नबी या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनू सल्लु अलैहि व सल्लिमू तस्लीमा. Alhamdulillah, last week we started our topic regarding Qurbani virtues and rulings, Fiqhi rulings. Inshallah, today is going to be the last part. Hopefully, inshallah, we'll finish all the masail. Today we'll be just talking about normal masail, what people normally ask. What kind of animal we have to sacrifice, and all those. Whenever question comes, I just write down the question. Last week we will talk about all the whatever the masail our fuqaha have written, but the new masail that people ask, inshallah we'll talk about those as well. They're not really new masail, but normally people, these are the masail they ask. And one thing was left, I think I did mention, but I didn't really go deep into that condition, which is sixth condition, that time has to be there. And then all the previous 5 conditions we mentioned, that you have to be Muslim, sane, Malik Nisab, they have to have set limit in time. What time is that? 10th of Dhul Hajj, the Sahri. So after Sahri, 10th of Dhul Hajj, if you have that much money or you became Muslim, then Qurbani will become wajib upon you. With all those 5 conditions, you have of course that much amount as well with you. So 10th of Dhul Hajj, the Sahri, the time starts for Qurbani. And 11th of Dhul Hajj, 12th of Dhul Hajj before Maghrib. So 10th of Dhul Hajj, the Sahri up to 12th of Dhul Hajj, Maghrib. If people not got money, and after 12th of Dhul Hajj, Maghrib money comes, then Qurbani is not wajib upon them. Now that normally happens to children. Children, when I say children, basically adults, what we call children, like 13, 14, 15 years old, child in your house, and then his auntie comes or uncle comes from different country or from different city, and she gives him Eidi, there put your Eidi. Now as soon as he comes in possession, but that's what, and thus he's not going to use that. It's not like tomorrow he's going to go and buy a phone or something. He's not going to, he's going to keep it. That Qurbani will become wajib upon him if he's more than 350 pounds. His saving account humne khole hote hain. The saving account is on whose name? The son's name. And he's adult. Yeah, that's a different thing if he's a child. If he's a child, then of course no Qurbani wajib upon him. But if he's adult, and you have opened saving account on his name, and that's his money, and he's 15 years old, or after 12 years old he became adult, all the signs are shown in him, then Qurbani will become wajib upon him. Go and give Qurbani. Of course he's too young, he doesn't understand these things, then you go give Qurbani behalf of him, and you have to from his money, of course. But if you want to give Qurbani from your own money for him, then even that's okay as well. Can I do my Qurbani before the Eid prayer? You cannot do Qurbani before the Eid prayer. Now there are a few conditions, let me tell you. First of all, there is a hadith of Rasulullah. Prophet was going towards Eidgah to read Eid prayer, and he saw in one of the house, from one of the houses, blood was coming out. Basically someone already sacrificed an animal, and no Eid took place in that village or in that city. And Rasulullah said, his Qurbani has gone to waste. You have to do Qurbani properly again after the Eid prayer. Now there's a condition. Condition is not that you have to read the Eid prayer, then you can do Qurbani. No, in that village or in that city, if anywhere in any masjid, if Eid prayer has taken place, then anyone can sacrifice that animal even though they have not read that Eid prayer. Like there is one masjid in Old Trafford, they do their Eid prayer 5 in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning in, I think, United Ground. Not United Ground, but cricket ground. They do their Eid prayer 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Because some people, they go to work. So if once Eid prayer has taken place, after that Qurbani can take place in that city or in that village. But if nowhere Eid prayer has taken place in that city or any masjid, then you cannot do Qurbani. If you do Qurbani before the Eid prayer, it will go to waste. Now there's another condition which is very important, especially those who send their Qurbanis back home. Basically they send money and they do their Qurbanis back home. When Qurbani starts, the Sahri of 10th of Dhul Hajj I mentioned, isn't it? 10th of Zulhijj, Sahri. After that, Qurbani becomes wajib on you. Now, you must be in the days of Qurbani, and where your Qurbani is taken place, that city, that village, the city I'm saying, that country must be going through Qurbani days as well. So if yours is 9th of Zulhijj here, yours is 9th of Zulhijj, Qurbani is not wajib on you at the moment. And in Pakistan, they're one day ahead, and their Qurbani is done, and they have sacrificed your Qurbani, and you still going 9th of Arafah. Your Qurbani has gone to waste. You both must be going through Qurbani days. So where Qurbani is taken place, make sure that the Qurbani days are going, and you are in Qurbani days as well. So if that in Pakistan or India or any other country, if you think Qurbani days are going to come one day after or one day before, then you make sure that you are going through Qurbani days and that country is going through Qurbani days. Otherwise, tell them, give my Qurbani second day, because you can give Qurbani second day, which is no problem. You can give Qurbani 10th of Zulhijj, you can give Qurbani 11th of Zulhijj, you can give Qurbani 12th of Zulhijj before Maghrib, which is okay. So just make sure in these things that the country you're giving Qurbani, they are doing Qurbani in their Qurbani days. Of course, they will do in Qurbani days. They always do in Qurbani days. But you are going through Qurbani days as well. Can I do Qurbani for my family members? If a person wants to do Qurbani for his wife, for his father, or for his friend or anyone, he must take his permission. Just like giving zakat, you have to take that person's permission. But go and take the permission. Yeah, that's a different thing. If you, of course, your wife is living with you and she's now working, and you are the one who are the bread earner, you are the one who doing all the expenses for family, and your adult children are living with you as well, then it's understood that you are the one who's going to give Qurbani. But just in case, just go and ask them. But you don't really have to. Yeah, your children who got married and they moved out to a different house, now you want to give their Qurbani or your daughter-in-law's Qurbani, then they should, you should ask them. Or if they want to do Qurbani for you, behalf of you, like your children said, no, Abbaji, this time we'll do Qurbani for you, we'll pay money. They must take your permission, because you don't even know, and they have given money. Qurbani won't take place. They have to take your permission before giving Qurbani. Otherwise, the Qurbani will go to waste. Then you will have to give Qurbani. Now, Qurbani is wajib upon me, but instead of me giving Qurbani, why shall I not give money equal to the animal to poor people? Isn't it better? People ask this question as well. That Qurbani is wajib upon me. I'm sending my money to another country to sacrifice on a lamb or cow, which is going to cost me around £500, let's say £300 or £200 for whole family. Why not just give money £500 to poor people and they just do whatever they want to do? No, you can't do that. You have to sacrifice an animal. Yeah, you want to help someone, go and help them with a different other, like nafli sadaqat. But when zakat is there as well, you can give zakat if zakat is wajib upon you. Fitrana is there, nafli sadaqat is there. But when Qurbani comes, you have to sacrifice an animal. That's duty upon every Muslim. If all the conditions are in you, you have to sacrifice an animal. Now, what type of animals can we sacrifice for Qurbani? There are specific animals you can sacrifice for Qurbani. One is lamb or sheep, either male or female. Second is cow, male or female, bull, cow. Third is camel, male or female. So these are the only three animals you can sacrifice. ये ना तुझे कुकड़ियाँ कौन लगे हो? तो जाके चिकन देने लगे हो कुर्बानी. चलो जी आज बकरा बड़ा महंगा हो गया, तो चलो उन चिकन की कुर्बानी करते हैं. You can't sacrifice any other animal other than these three animals: sheep, lamb, cow, bull, camel. All of these, male or female. Of course, lamb has to be 1 year old, or sheep has to be 1 year old. But Rasulullah did give ijazat for lamb. If he's 6 months old, you can give Qurbani, but it looks like 1 year old. But you don't really need to go in all these conditions. That's the reason I'm not even talking about animals, how they look like. You have to check teeth, and especially when you back home, they put fake eyes as well. If one eye is gone or both eyes are gone, you cannot give Qurbani of that animal. Defect, the major defect, the two defects in animal, major defect and minor defect. Qurbani is makruh, but it will be accepted. Major defect, Qurbani won't be accepted. It cannot walk to the car or to your house. Major defect. Cannot see, so people say that our scholars say go and just do that. If one eye is only moving, a second is moving, that means the second eye is fake. Teeth as well and all that. But I don't think we normally do it here, so I shouldn't be going in this kind of details, but there are already too many questions here. Now, how many parts are in lamb or sheep, and how many are in cow and camel? One of the sisters, she sent a message that me and my husband We have been sacrificing one lamb for both of us from years. Qurbani is wajib on me. I've got gold, enough gold in my possession, and he's a businessman. Qurbani is wajib on both of us, but we are sacrificing only one lamb or one sheep for both of us. And someone told us this is wrong. Is this wrong? I said, of course it's wrong. Because in lamb or sheep, there is only one part. Lamb or sheep can be sacrificed from one person only. If two people put their hissa, if two people they participate in one lamb, Qurbani will not be done from both of them. It will go to waste. They both have to sacrifice another animal now. Both of their Qurbani is gone to waste. So all those who did this and they've been doing this, think, I mean, how long you have been doing this? कितने अच्छे से ऐसा कर रहे हैं? तो पिछली पूरी कुर्बानी अब दोनों पे वाजिब है. You have to give Qurbani again, but it's not, you don't give Qurbani, you don't sacrifice an animal, you have to give kafara now. Inshallah, we'll mention that later on when the question comes, that you have to give kafara, basically penalty. You're not going to sacrifice an animal, you're going to give money equal to that lamb. Equal, basically, whatever the lamb price is, you just give that price to a poor person. Don't sacrifice an animal. Once Qurbani is gone, you cannot sacrifice a lamb. You have to give kafara. Achha, there's another thing. Yes, when I mentioned this mas'ala last time, one person came to me and he said, can two people buy one lamb but sacrifice from one person? Yeah, you can do that. So 2 or 3 or 5 people can buy lamb. Let's say some person in your family, he wants to do Qurbani, but other 4 people are helping him, or 3 people or 2 people are helping him. They're buying lamb for him. He said, I only got, like, let's say 30 pound. Another said, I'll give you 20 pound, I'll give you 30 pound, I'll give you 50 pound. And he got lamb, but it got sacrificed from only one person. That's fine. They only put money in, but animals got sacrificed from one person. एक बंदे की तरफ से कुर्बानी हुई है बस. कुर्बानी एक बंदे की तरफ से होनी चाहिए. पैसे उसमें 100 डालने चाहे, मगर कुर्बानी एक बंदे की तरफ से होनी चाहिए. कुर्बानी में अगर एक बंदे ज्यादा शामिल हुआ, लैम्ब या शीप की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, भेड़ बकरी की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, उसमें एक बंदे ज्यादा कोई शरीक हुआ तो सारी की सारी कुर्बानी you will go to waste, सारी जाया हो जाएगी. And same goes in camel and cow as well. That if a cow or camel was bought by, let's say, 10 people or 20 people, but was sacrificed from 7 people though. The 7 parts are in cow and camel. Still, it is okay. People can buy, they can put money in, but it has to be sacrificed from 7 people. How many parts are in cow and camel? Yeah, in cow and camel, 7 people can participate. The 7 people, they can put hissa, they can put part in camel or cow. These are the 2 big animals. But if, let's say, 8th person, he participates in cow or camel, all of you's Qurbani has gone to waste, just like lamb. If 2 people, they participate in one lamb, whole Qurbani is gone to waste. Same goes with camel and cow as well. Make sure there's 7 people, they are giving hissa in lamb, or sorry, in cow and camel. If there are more than 7, then everyone's Qurbani will go to waste. And another condition is that you all are giving Qurbani of that year. You all are giving Qurbani of that year, not the previous year. What did I say before? If you miss your Qurbani, your 12th of Dhul Hajj is gone, and Qurbani was wajib upon you, but you did not give Qurbani, now you have to give money of the lamb or the whatever your hissa is, 50 pound, 60 pound, whatever comes in your Qurbani hissa, you have to pay that amount, or buy a lamb and give it to some poor person. Don't sacrifice. So there are 7 parts in cow and 7 parts in camel. Can Qurbani animal be slaughtered by a non-Muslim, or does it have to be a Muslim? It has to be a Muslim. If non-Muslim sacrifice your animal, if he does zabiha of your animal, it will go to waste. Why? Because he's not going to read Bismillah Allahu Akbar. Or even though if he says Bismillah Allahu Akbar, because he's not Muslim, he's not going to come. It's like non-Muslim and read namaz. Is the namaz counted? If he goes for Hajj, Hajj counted. No. If he gives zakat, zakat counted. No. If you read Bismillah Allahu Akbar, it's not counted. So it will go to waste. So you will have to do your Qurbani again. Because someone missed his Qurbani and the days of Qurbani are finished as well. So Qurbani was wajib on you, 10th Dhul Hajj gone, 11th of Dhul Hajj gone, 12th of Dhul Hajj gone. Or you was looking for an animal but you couldn't find an animal, and 12th of Dhul Hajj gone as well now. Now 13th of Dhul Hajj, what you going to do? Are you going to sacrifice an animal? No, you do not sacrifice an animal. You are going to give money, not sacrifice an animal. Money equal to lamb or whatever the part is, 50 pound part or whatever. So when someone misses Qurbani and the Qurbani days are finished, now he cannot sacrifice an animal. Either he has to pay for one animal price or the price of one part of a cow to a poor person. Another one is same rule applies on previous missed Qurbanis as well. Now he cannot sacrifice an animal. So you missed your Qurbani last year or 2 years before or 3 years before, you cannot sacrifice an animal. Go and give money, one animal's price. It is mustahab to divide Qurbani's meat into 3 parts. So into 3 parts, one for himself, one for his family members, himself basically family member, his immediate family, one for his family, so those who are going to come on Eid day to eat, and his friends, and third to poor people. This is mustahab. It is not wajib. People think this is wajib. You have to divide Qurbani meat into 3 parts. One for yourself, one for family members and friends, and one for poor people. No, you don't have to. Actually, our scholar says if you're a poor person, don't give it to anyone. It is mustahab for you to keep all of it. Because your children never meat all year. This is the day they can, and they can enjoy for next 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Then you keep it. उसको फ्रिज में रख लें, आप खुद ही खाता रहे. ये भी ना बंदा कह रहा है कि राखी रखा था महीने बाद साढ़े के तो बंदा साढ़े 5 अटेंड किया. ऐसा भी ना करे, इतना भी ग्रीडी ना हो बंदा. अगर पता है कि बच जाएगा, खा भी लेंगे 2-3 दिन. If you know our 2-3 days will be okay, then you can keep. Otherwise, give it to other people as well. Can I do Qurbani from deceased person? The person passed away. Can I do Qurbani on behalf of him? Yes, you can do Qurbani on behalf of the person. Because Hazrat Ali Radiyallahu Ta'ala anhu, he used to do Qurbani for Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam every year. This hadith of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Hazrat Ali said, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam instructed me to sacrifice 1 animal for him too. That's why I sacrificed 2 animals, one for myself and one for Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So you can sacrifice an animal for if your mother passed away, father passed away, grandfather, or anyone who passed away, you can do Qurbani for them. But there are 2 conditions. First, if Qurbani was given for a deceased person, and he wrote in a will, made a wasiyat, that Qurbani was wajib upon me. Now I'm dying, I'm leaving that money there, so please give Qurbani on behalf of me. Now when you sacrifice that animal, you cannot eat meat from that animal. That meat has to go to poor people. It's just like kafara. It's just like zakat. It has to go to poor people. So that meat has to go to poor people as well. Because that man's supposed to be giving Qurbani in his life. Because he missed out and he wrote wasiyat, now his meat will go to poor people. It's just like you missed Qurbani last year and now you're giving this year. Now this year's Qurbani you cannot sacrifice, it has to go to poor people. The same goes with that as well. That if your father, your mother who wrote wasiyat, wrote will, sacrifice an animal on behalf of me, the animal's meat has to go to poor people. But if a deceased person, he made no will, Qurbani was not wajib upon him, nothing at all, and he passed away, and now you just want to give him sawab as a nafli sadaqah, yeah, that's fine. Now you can sacrifice an animal on your father's name, mother's name, and Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's name, and then that animal, anyone can eat that animal. Mannat Qurbani's meat has to go to poor people as well. Mannat, that Allah, I make promise with you, or Allah, if this thing happened and this work is done, then I will give Qurbani on your name. And that Mannat Qurbani has to go to poor people as well. You can't eat. So remember these few conditions about when you give Qurbani on someone's name or Allah's name, or when some person passed away, deceased people, when you give Qurbani on their name, if he has made a will, the Qurbani meat has to go to poor people. If he did not make no will and you only given Qurbani for nafli Qurbani, then you can, anyone can eat. Common question people ask, can a person who wants to do aqiqah? अच्छा पहली बात है लोग हकीका, और हकीका नहीं होता है, पहले वर्ड सीख लिया करें. जो बंदा हकीका है से तो होता नहीं है, आइन आइन, तो आइन भी नहीं बुलाने हो तो हमजा तो बुला लें. अकीका होता है, अकीका. Can a person who wants to do aqiqah participate in the Qurbani cow or camel? So there are 7 parts in cow and camel, as I mentioned before. 6 people are giving Qurbani that year, or 5 people are giving Qurbani, and 2 people they want to do aqiqah, or 1 person want to do aqiqah. Can he put his part in that cow or camel? Yes, of course he can. Why? Because the purpose is same, sacrificing an animal on the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the Qurbani people are sacrificing an animal on the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Aqiqah person is sacrificing an animal for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Aqiqah person can participate in that animal. When is the last day to cut my hair and clip my nails? And is it further to do that? Or is it wajib to do that? Or is it just sunnah or mustahab to do that? And will I become sinful if I cut my hair and clip my nails in 10 days from 1st of Zulhajj up to 10th of Zulhajj, or up to until your Qurbani is sacrificed? Now, this hadith of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, the person who has intention to do Qurbani and the Hajj month has started, he should not cut his hair and clip his nails until his animal has been sacrificed. Until his animal has been sacrificed. So wherever you're giving Qurbani, don't just think that it's Eid day today, now I can cut my hair. Or 11th of Zulhajj, I can cut my hair, clip my nails. No, you ask them, is Qurbani is done? Rasulullah never said until the 10th of Zulhajj comes. Until your animal is sacrificed. And is a wajib, farz, sunnat? It is not wajib, it is not farz. You don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. It is sunnah of Rasulullah, you will get a lot of sawab. And there's another hadith as well. It is not only for that person who's sacrificing an animal. It is for that person as well who is not sacrificing an animal. There's a hadith which is not written here, but it's in the book. Okay, once a Sahabi radiallahu ta'ala came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he said, Ya Rasulullah, I don't have no animal to sacrifice, but my friend gave me animal to look after. Can I sacrifice the animal? Rasulullah said, Samanat, it's someone's animal. You're not going to sacrifice the animal. It's not yours. Rasulullah said, make sure in those 10 days, don't take anything from your nails, don't take anything from your hair. Hair, basically not just these hair and this hair, pubic hair as well, all the hair. Don't take anything from your nails and your hair. And you are just like the Haji person and you will get the sawab of Qurbani. So that person is not doing Qurbani. Rasulullah said, you are not doing Qurbani, but don't take from your hair and from your nails. But in these 10 days, and your Qurbani will be accepted, inshallah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you, not Qurbani will be accepted, but you will get sawab of that Qurbani. Now there's another condition. Condition is that cutting your nails and cutting your hair, plucking your hair, your pubic hair and your nails. That's for women as well, actually. Women think they can keep their nails as long as they want. This hadith is only for male. That's male and female. Taking your pubic hair and your nails once in a week is sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Once in a week is sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If he goes to up to 15 days, as soon as he hits 15th day, that's disliked action. It calls makruh tanzihi. Makruh tanzihi means you are not sinful, but it is a disliked action. Sharia doesn't like you to do that. Sharia says, why did you delay that much? They went all the way to 15th day. But it's not, you're not sinful. It's a disliked action. But the more higher it goes, 16th day, 17th day, 20th day, 25th day, 30th day, the more higher it goes, the more it becomes makruh tanzihi. Still you are not sinful. But as soon as it hits 40th day, 40वें दिन को जैसे hit होगा, as soon as it 40th day, the makruh tanzihi changes into makruh tahrimi, right next to haram. You're committing actually haram now. It's makruh tahrimi is haram. So before Hajj month started, you did not take anything from your hair and from your nails for last 35 days, and now you're thinking in Hajj days I should not cut my nails and my hair, which is only mustahab. Because of getting more sawab, you are committing haram. So if you want to cut your hair, cut your nails 5 days before, or 2 days, 3 days before, or 1 day before 1st of Zulhajj, and then after that all those 10 days you don't cut until your animal is sacrificed. Not Eid वाले दिन सुबह उठ के चमक रहे हो आप, तो ये animal भी sacrifice नहीं हुआ, हजरत आ गए यहाँ में चमकते हुए, ऐसा नहीं होगा फिर. Oh, you have to sacrifice. Animal has to be sacrificed. After that, you cut your hair and take your from your nails. ठीक है जी? So it's only mustahab. It's not wajib. It's not farz. That's for male and female. Either you are doing Qurbani or you are not doing Qurbani. कोई है question किसी के पास? Question है कोई? पूछे, मैं 5 मिनट है मेरे पास. Which animal can you do here in this country? Lamb has to be, as I mentioned before, animal, if you're doing sheep, has to be 1 year old. Lamb, yeah, if it looks like 1 year old, or even though it's 6 months old, but it looks like 1 year old, you can sacrifice that animal. But यहाँ पे कोई देता नहीं है, देगा भाई तो lamb ही देगा, sheep देगा. I don't think anyone sacrifice here. Lamb born March and April. That's when it starts. Then if it's less than 6, as I told you, if it's less than 6 months old, then you cannot give sheep. Lamb is basically, if it's 6 months old, you make sure, ask them, the person you're going to, you can ask him. बैंक में पैसे रखवाने जाते हैं, पूरा हम जांच पड़ताल करते हैं. जिन्हें दीन दी गल आती है, सानू पता नहीं होता क्या करना. बच्चों को मदरसे दाखिल करते पता नहीं करते क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा. ऑनलाइन पढ़े पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा. But when we go to bank and do these kind of businesses, or when son goes to school, we investigate everything. We go on Google, Ofsted approved and this and that, everything we do. But when it comes to deen and these masail, we not care. We are not bothered about these things. You should go. You're going to the person, you're paying money, it's your akhirah mas'ala. So you go to the person, ask him what is the age of this lamb or sheep. then if he tells you that that's fine, if it's according to the age, according to Sharia, then you sacrifice. If it's not, then you should not be doing that. Anyone else? I still have 3-4 minutes. जिन्हें जेडे पाकिस्तान कुर्बानी दे दें और तो कुर्बानी ना करना हो, that's why I mentioned, मैं पहले ताई आखे ना कि तुसी जिला कुर्बानी होने लगी होगा ना, जितना कुर्बानी होने लगी है तो जेड़ा कुर्बानी करन लगे है, ये दो कुर्बानी के दिनों में गुजरन लगे होवन, ये लाजमी है कुर्बानी दिनों में गुजरना। ये नहीं कि तुम्हारी कुर्बानी शुरू नहीं तो उत्ता कुर्बानी हो गई, कुर्बानी करने के वेस्ट, उत्ता कुर्बानी शुरू हो गई, तुम्हारी कुर्बानी दिन ही नहीं शुरू हुई, फिर ही वेस्ट। उन्होंने आखते हो अगले जड़ा कुर्बानी करो, वो 11 ਨੂੰ ਕਰ ਲਓ 12 ਨੂੰ ਕਰ ਲਓ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀ ਅਗਰ ਡੇਜ਼ यानी कि let's say 10th of Zulhajj is Eid here, let's say 10th of Zulhajj Eid here, there is Eid same day, but they are 5 hours ahead, they are 5 hours ahead. Yours is 3 o'clock morning, or let's say 2 o'clock in the morning, your Fajr has not started, I'm just giving an example, 2 o'clock Fajr not started and they have given your कुर्बानी, उनकी तो सारी स्टार्ट होगी ईद पढ़ के, हाजी साहब ने तुम्हारी कुर्बानी काट दी, सोते हैं तुम्हारी कुर्बानी गई जाया। So make sure, tell them, look, this is the time when my Qurbani is going to start, my Said is going to start, after that you can give Qurbani. Bas, these are the masail, these are very important masail. ठीक है ना, they you know, आपकी आखरत इस पे डिपेंड करती है, depends on your आखरा, और because we are not bothered about आखरा, seeing is believing, जो भी नजर आ रहा है बस वही करते जा रहे हैं, हमें पता नहीं है जी, बख्शे जाएंगे, कोई बख्शे नहीं होंगे, ये these are वाजिबात, this is the knowledge which is called talabul ilmi faridatun ala kulli muslimin wal muslimat, not talabul ilmi ala al mufti or ala al alim, la, talabul ilmi faridatun ala kulli muslimin, every single one of you, it is wajib for you to learn, every single one of you. Excuse won't work on the day of judgment, it won't work. Allah ji, I didn't know, मैंने बताया ना, double punishment for the person who says I didn't know. One, you committed sin, second, why you did not learn knowledge of that. It is wajib on you. So before Qurbani days come, like when Qurbani days started, month before I start reading book, I've been doing this masail from last 10 years in Darsan Islamic course, because every year we read same masail, same Qurbani, ये तो नहीं अगले Qurbani कुकड़ी शुरू हो जानी है, अंडियाँ शुरू हो जानी है, same Qurbani, same masail, everything same. You just have to go over and over and over and over, and you're fine. जी.
If you call someone in Pakistan, like Qurbani, they said they never get on the day. But let's say, for example, they say yes, but they don't do it. Qurbani still counts. Your
Qurbani will be done, but that person will be sinful because you did not know it. You gave him the information. You told him, look, this is the day you need to do Qurbani, and you told him, you made him your wakil. The wakil, everything will be on the wakil. Of course, because you didn't know that. Yeah, let's say you found out after a year. Somehow you found out. Go give Qurbani. He will be still sinful. He will be counted, sinful on the day of judgment. ठीक है जी. बैठे पूछना, खड़ा कोई क्लास लगी।
आपने कहा कि कुर्बानी जो एक्टिंग है, एक आदमी कुर्बानी है 5 ये जब वो डिवाइड करेंगे,
ये डिवाइड करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, डिवाइड कर लें आप, 7 बंदों की कुर्बानी है ना, बस 7 बंदों में होना चाहिए बस।
तो आपने कहा कि एक बंदे की कुर्बानी देनी है बकरे की,
हाँ,
एक बंदे की जाने देनी है,
हाँ,
मदद कर,
हाँ, हाँ,
वो जो होंगे वो आपस में बांट दे।
मैं तो कह रहा हूँ ना, कुर्बानी तो जो पैसे दे रहे हो उसको आपकी हेल्प कर रहे हैं ना बकरा लेने के लिए, और हाँ गोश्त तो ले लें, यू कैन गिव मीट टू एनीवन, मीट यू डोंट हैव टू सीरी को रख लो, पाए सारे दे दो, तो कुर्बान ना जावे ना, जो लाजमी कुर्बान, दिस व्हाट आई मेंशन, यू डोंट हैव टू डिवाइड मीट इनटू 3 पार्ट्स, सारा घर आके खाओ, खुद खाओ, बीवी को खिलाओ, मौजा मारो, लाजमी सारे देना जो साने, कुर्बान ना जावे, हाँ देओ, अच्छी गल है ना, क्या देना सही। ठीक है, जज़ाकल्लाह खैर, वमा अलैना इल्लल बलागुल मुबीन।